we sipping on? What we popping with?
Man, I got some hen doggy dog. You know what I'm saying?
Some niggery. And they say I'm not a black man.
Nigger.
And they say I'm not a black man.
I was gonna be all the way nigga. I was gonna get Father Son. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hood nigga. You know what I'm saying?
All right, what's up? What's up?
Country hood nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Gang, y'all know what's up. Dominating Impulse, back with another one. You know, I got a question.
What's up?
How do you say your rap name?
Cli Rose. A lot of people say Cli Rose. I don't like that shit. People say CLI Rose. I fuck with that. That's cool, but it's Cli Rose. Cli Rose.
You ready to do it? You ready to get personal?
Man, personal. What's up? What we got?
We gonna talk about some shit.
Hey,
I don't know. This ain't gonna be just about the music.
Hey, I'm ready for everything.
All right. Appreciate you pulling up to the podcast set, to the stream setup. This is we doing something different. So this is our first guest on doing IRL interviews, music, rappers, barbers, podcasters, just creators of all specs of life. So appreciate you for being our inaugural guest. Like Dominating Impulse, y'all know we got a lot of different content all over the internet, damn near every platform.
Streaming shit.
So you ready? You want to do something? You think you can handle this?
Nigga, I'm action, you heat.
I don't know. All right.
I'll shout out Chris Brown too, y'all. You know what I'm saying about my shirt? I represent Chris Brown. This ain't Charlie Brown. We Chris Brown. I'm team Chris Brown, king of R&B of the new shit.
The nigga that beat Rihanna?
Bruh, she put hands on my nigga first.
The nigga that beat Rihanna? I don't bump Chris Brown's music for that reason. Real shit.
She hit him first?
I don't care. You touched Rihanna.
You listen to R. Kelly?
No.
At all?
No.
Why not?
For reasons why. He's like Lord Baltimore.
Look, you gotta understand this shit.
At least I'm consistent.
Art is art.
He's trying to use me. I feel you. I feel where you going with this.
If you was a killer, or whatever you might have to do with your life, I'll still be here. That don't got shit to do with me. I fuck with your art. Chris Brown.
So him beating women.
Not women or Rihanna?
It's been accused. He's put his hands on a few girls, but we'll just say Rihanna from what we know.
Allegedly, yeah.
No, it's proven.
So she hit him first. He can't get.
They hit each other. They put hands on each other.
So she a man beater.
I ain't gonna say all that. I think he was like biting her fingers and shit.
Come on.
Man, we getting into the shits early. Oh my God, we are getting into the shits.
I fought with your shirt.
I'm gonna do this up to you.
Appreciate it.
You got that shit on too.
A little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you getting rapper money.
I'm getting my money. You know? I do this shit. You get me?
That boy get rapper money.
Man, come on now.
All right, so how did you start your musical career? Like what inspired you? Like what moment did you know like music is me?
Okay, so like my stepmother, like, she's a little older than my father, like, so I want to say maybe 9 years or so, you know what I'm saying? So my real mother, she grew up and had me growing up in church, you know, they all from Memphis and shit. So I was always around music. With my real mother, it was more like gospel. But you know, when I'm with my stepmother and my father and shit, my stepmother, she playing old ass R&B, like, you know.
I actually hate R&B.
Man, you crazy. Honestly, my nigga, like, she playing this type of shit, and this what I'm fucking growing up on. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got in tune with that. You know, like, I don't know how I got on the music side. I think me and a couple friends, we just started out rapping and shit. I'm making beats and shit, and then it's just like, bro, I gotta be full into this shit. I like this shit. I fuck with it. God-given talent, you know what I'm saying?
Who's your favorite artist?
My favorite artist?
Go to like all time, like you'll die on the hill that definitively is the best of everything. Not records, not numbers, like your guy.
Right now.
Guy or gal.
Right now, I'm gonna have to say Huncho. I fuck with Huncho.
Who?
Who? Huncho. I think that's how you say his name. Huncho, yeah.
Huncho? I'm not familiar with his sound.
Man, look, the nigga cold as fuck. He put a lot of inspiration into my mind. But of all time, I fuck with Huncho. But of all time, it's kind of hard because, like, I fuck with a lot of R&B. I fuck with some trap shit, but T-Pain was a big inspiration on my life, bro.
We fucks with T-Pain. Gamer, creator.
Yeah, for sure.
Still, his music still rides.
To this day, look, that shit him with Glorilla. I love her.
I ain't heard
Nigga, that shit so hard. Nigga, I ain't think I loved a lot of people, and they made me love some people.
See, people always call when we podding. My phone never rings until I start podding, until I start streaming. Let's continue. I'll call them back. So I've made it. I'm Joe Budden now, y'all. I'm getting calls when I'm podding.
Nah, he impulse. Joe Budden is impulse.
All right, let's dive into some of your responsibility and your personality as a rapper. Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, I don't fuck with look at this shit. CB.
What's going on?
Yeah. Really.
Can I call you back? I'm still trying to make some things happen. Can I call you back? All right. I've made it, y'all. All right. Your responsibility, socially as a rapper. You got children, right?
Yeah, I love my kids to death.
How many children you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how it feel like 8, but it's 4.
I was about to. Whoa, this man's working hard. That's why you got all that. That's why you got all that ice.
That's why I got a little less, because I got kids to take care of.
This guy. All right, so what do you think about the criticisms that rappers face for their lyrics, being that they gotta, hold to a level of authenticity? And do you think that's detrimental in cases of Thug, Dirt, and other rappers who ran into trouble? Like, are they keeping it 100 or are they being stupid?
Well, okay, so music is an art first and foremost. So me personally, don't take what these niggas say for granted. But I'm sure a lot of these niggas are really talking about what they doing, because I don't really like putting cap in my rap, but at the same time, this shit is entertainment. So I might put some shit in there that's for the entertainment person, just to get some attention and different shit like that.
Sells records.
It sells records, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be mad at what a nigga do. You can't hold a nigga accountable for if he talking about killing fucking bitches, different shit like that. It's music. You know, this shit been around before us. They've been talking about this shit.
Do you like drill rap?
I fuck with it. Hey, look, here lately, I've really been fucking with it because I've been wanting to drill my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think drill rap has led to some of the decay in the black community, to some of the erosion in decision making and how some young men carry themselves?
I feel like you have a man, the man type of person who pushes that towards on us, but you can't really control what a person is in the environment. They just talking about what they around. You know what I'm saying? So you can, if you using social media, whether it's music or whatever, to feed what you doing, you really not you as a person.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, you can't let somebody else what they talking about influence really what you doing. Be your own person.
You don't think that same music that you're producing, that you have been influenced by, has the same effect on younger people?
I mean, it can, but at the same time, when you say younger people, that's where your parents gotta put a cap on what you watching. Try their best. I mean, kids gonna be kids, but it's up to the parents. It ain't really up to no influencer.
That's true.
They can.
But we live in a different type of world. We live in a microwave, social media, influencer economy. So,
right.
I mean, I still personally put that on the parents, but do you think that's the problem? Some people could say it starts at the home.
It starts at home always. People got to be aware of what their kids are watching. You know what I'm saying? It's shit on YouTube and music wise, you can that you put on when you upload shit. It say for kids or for not kids, right?
Yeah.
So it's up to their parents for them to be trying to watch what they watch. Now, what your kids do when they're not around you, you really can't too much control that. But when they're in the house, be on your shit. Be a parent. That's what I do.
Not their friend.
You can't. I'm glad you asked me that shit. My mama, when I grew up, she always told me, I'm not your friend. My kids, I'm their friend, but I'm your fucking daddy first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And reason I say I'm your friend because I'm building a relationship with you. I'm letting you grow. I want to see who you're gonna be, not who I can really mold you to be. Besides, trying to make you a good person, have good morals and shit like that. But you have to be a parent first. You can't just when they get older, you can't really just tap into the friend zone of just letting them do what the fuck they want to do. You still have to be a parent, but at the same time, you can be a friend to your child.
I always have the theory you need a good foundation, like a house. You need to be instilled some good habits, but you spend most of your adulthood unlearning all that shit because you go through your own journey. But
true,
more successful than not are the people who have had good morals and good values.
Yeah, that's for sure.
My next question, back on the music tip, because you said you can't be influenced. So how do you choose what songs you write or produce or put out? Because I know, I'm a creative too, so I make a lot of stuff that might not ever see the world. Just it might makes me feel better. So how do you choose what you produce and how it gets out to the world?
Well, I say it like this. I like what I feel for. That goes back to my stepmother. I grew up on a lot of R&B and a lot of gospel. I love R&B. That's my heart. You know what I'm saying? I do like hip hop drill type music just because for the attention buzz. I know that's what niggas like, but music personally to me, it's gonna be R&B. It's got to be feeling because women help sell records.
It's the highest shopping demo in the world.
And I like strip clubs. Don't get me wrong. My girl, my wife, she allows me to go to strip clubs. She trusts me to do what I'm supposed to do in the strip club.
What is one supposed to do in the strip club? Let's not get too much into this. But it is part of the Southern culture. It is part of the way of life.
So you asking me as a married man or a single man?
Both.
As a married
man, when you walk into the Lion's Den, what are you supposed to do?
So you know what? I can't really speak for nobody else. I can only speak for me.
Okay.
When I go to strip club, my girl know I'm with my boys. I'm having a good time. I'm not doing no extra shit. And we all know what extra shit is when we go into the strip club. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I need to be in there and promote my music because I make club tracks. I make stripper music. I make dance songs. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? As a single man, do what you do. Be in there, feel your vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like I personally,
he said, "Feel your vibe. That's
feel your vibe.
That's a bar.
You know what I'm saying?
That is a bar.
Do what you allowed to do. That's all I can say. Do what you allowed to do. Whatever they allow you to do in that bit, do that shit. But me, I have limitation in that motherfucker, and it's no problem. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go home to my wife and kids. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for the
extra.
Not at all, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So going back to the how you produce your songs when you R&B, your stepmom, what moral responsibility or as a black man, black father, responsibility do you have? Do you feel like you have to put out positive music, or do you feel like you can just put out what you want to put out? Fuck that nigga. Let's go drill on that nigga. You know, let's get money with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your thought process?
See, that goes back to the music and personality, or say your personal shit is two separate things. You know what I'm saying? I can give you how I feel at the time. You know, I'm not really gonna say I'm a different person when it comes to outside of my music, but I'm gonna give my kids a different person than I would give the world and give my music because I can't get in that shit. I can't be like, hey, look, girl, do what you do. Like, nah, I'm not really trying to push it on kids at all. Even not really. I'm not trying to push it on kids at all. I'm catering to an adult crowd. If your kids hear it, that's not my fault. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Parents got to monitor.
Some of those kids could be inspired by your sound though.
And that's cool, but get to know me on a more personal level, like how we talking right now. Like I'm all about God. I'm about loving your girl, loving your family. My family come first.
For sure. Family's your highest priority?
A second close to third. Because you gotta have money in these days and times to take care of that family.
That's facts. That's facts.
So
let me see. What does legacy mean to you? So speaking of family,
legacy,
let's stay on point. Yeah.
I'm in a position right now, so like like I said, I'm from Mississippi. I'm by way of Houston right now, and I'm in Houston right now to create that legacy that you're talking about. For I'm trying to get into real estate and duplexes and different shit like that to leave some shit behind for my kids, because when I'm gone, I want them to keep this shit going. It's all about the kids. Your legacy is all about your kids. Cause so we black. Excuse me. A lot of us, you know what I'm saying, we don't leave shit behind for our kids. It's always get out at 18.
Chris Rock always said, white people leave wills, black people leave bills.
Type shit, and I ain't trying to leave none of that shit. So I'm trying to get my shit together, because I got good parents. If I call on them right now and ask for some shit, they gonna make sure it's took care of. And I want to make sure I can do the same shit for my kids, because they help me move up in life. They help me save money. They help me take care of my family, because I have the parents that I have.
How do you see black culture in 2025?
2025, that's
in a Trump's America, second term. Kamala just lost. Can I ask, are you political?
I'm neither one. I'm
neither.
I don't vote, but I will speak on this shit. Like, me personally, if I would have voted, I would have voted for Trump. Just off the simple fact of what he's already done for a country that we are living in right now. I don't really know what Camilla has to offer. Respect to her, but Trump already showed he can't be controlled. He gonna say what the fuck he wanna say, do what the fuck he wanna do. And I like a person like that, because you can't be controlled by a country that's trying to control you. So you can't, if say this country trying to push a certain type of agenda, if Trump don't want to go with it, he not going with it.
China.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Trump be funny to me.
So who gave us the stimmies?
Trump.
I need a stimmy right now. I want it. I don't need it. I want that shit. You know what I mean?
So all right, we ain't even gonna focus too much on politics, because I really hate politics myself. So
you do?
I do.
I don't really like talking about. Let me fix my shit.
We're gonna get right for the cam. You feel me? Get right for the ground. Get right for the.
You feel me? Yeah, I don't talk about me too much. I know I got a belly. I be eating good. You feel what I'm saying?
That mean you taken care of.
Like a motherfucker.
That mean you taken care of.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little fat. Shape might be a little small, but
you're hilarious.
You feel?
So how do you balance your personal identity from your public persona? Like, how do you balance that?
And that goes back to what I said a while ago. Like, it's almost one and the same, but at the same time, like, people can't get from me what I get on my wife and kids.
I understand
like,
that.
I love everybody. I got love for everybody, but it's more. I don't really want to say more genuine, because I'm a genuine ass person, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I might, when I'm out in the streets, I'm talking to my nigga like, what's up, nigga? Fuck that, shit like that.
How you shooting the shit? What's good, my nigga?
Yeah, I don't. But my kids, like, I'm giving kisses. I'm like, hey baby, how you doing? What's up, boo boo? Shit like that. Like, that's the difference from what I can give to the world, because these are my kids. These are my flesh and blood. Some shit I created. You know what I'm saying? So
your loin.
You know what I'm saying? So it's more genuine love. I can't really be hard on them, because they're still kids. They're learning. And my wife asks me all the time, like, why do you do certain shit? Why you feel like you let other people, do shit that, you don't allow at the house? And it's because whoever outside of my household, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? I expect more accountability for who is in my house. This is who I'm around. This is who I'm creating shit. This is who I'm spending my money on. Motherfuckers out in the world, I can give a fuck or care less, because at the same time, what you doing for me? What are you doing for me?
What's on the agenda for Cli Rose in 2025 as an artist?
For Cli?
For Cli, my fault.
No, you good. For Cli in 2025, I'm gonna go and let y'all know right now, bitch, we going up. Like, I played with you niggas long enough. I've supported so many niggas. I gave niggas so much shit. Like, the shit is done. It's all about me now. Like, everything.
What do you You recording music right now? You got a new single out right now?
Yeah, I got a new single. It's called "Make That Ass Walk." I just dropped that motherfucker, and we gonna keep shit popping to this day.
What do you want? Like, what type of audience are you trying to cultivate in your fandom? Like, what are you putting out there in your message that you want your fans to resonate with? Because you said earlier that you resonate with certain artists for certain reasons.
Yeah.
So what are you putting back into that sound, that energy of having that cult level following?
Mainly, I feel like I just want people to have fun, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you give me Snoop vibes. I ain't saying because you got the dreads, but you like everybody eats. Be like, you know what I'm saying?
Eat, bro,
long as you ain't bringing harm to the world, dog. Like that's the vibe you. That's the vibe you give me. And in your sound. Like, we here to have a good time.
We here to have a good time, bro. Because, like I said, when you at the club, you at the club.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you at home, you at home, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
two different arenas.
When I give you this club music, be clubbish. Have fun with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And be true to yourself. My music, I cater more to women. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
good music is good music. I just hate
good music.
R&B. Don't blame me. I'm weird. I'm weird. Don't blame me.
You gotta blame my stepmom on that shit, because I love some good sexual healing type, turn off the lights type shit. Like, that's the shit I grew up on. You know what I'm saying? Like, love, but don't get this shit twisted.
Do you think love exists in a 2025 dating social media climate?
In social media,
like, you know, a lot of people think social media isn't real, and they would be wrong. And a lot of people discount how much in real life matters as well. And I think they're also wrong. So when it comes to the dating ecosystem, what do you think social media and like finding that genuine person, like where do you think that's gonna like go forward? Because it seems to me like shit's fucked.
It
seems to me like shit's fucked.
Like, I mean, like, these young niggas got this new shit called Riz, and like they do this shit for game, what I see. But we niggas been having games since back in my day. And
before our day.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Before our day.
I feel like this shit is still love. It's just a whole different type of definition. Like, people, so you gotta think shit is different from the time the people who was before us, you know. Yeah. People gotta understand love for their own self. I can't really tell.
My definition is different than your definition.
It's different.
And how we perceive it and see it.
Cause you gotta think about how people was raised. Some people didn't have mothers and fathers. You know what I'm saying? So they love different.
Do you think that's an excuse though?
An excuse?
At a certain point, at a certain age, do you think you have to overcome what, like, I was always told it's not your fault if you're born poor, but it's your fault if you die poor.
True.
So is that not an excuse?
But some people don't have the mentality to unlearn what they've learned. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it, like, most of the times when you running through females and doing all this different type of shit, they ain't got no father figure.
Most of them don't.
They looking for that love, you know what I'm saying? In every nigga, and you know, niggas be capped, so they, you know, I love you, we fuck a bitch, and leave it at that and move on to the next bitch. So the bitch, she's still hurt. She's still looking for that love from her father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So the next man.
A female can grow from this shit. A male can grow from this shit, but it's really up to them to really get down and understand what's really going on in your life, and not just keep going through and through. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, you can unlearn it. And I'm not gonna say it's an excuse, but it can be a barrier. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about that.
How do you protect your mental health in the complexity and the toxicity that is the music industry?
Man, look, like, it's hard.
Wait,
like,
first, before you answer that, not to cut you off, do you believe in mental health?
I do.
Do you think it's a thing?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, continue.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, for sure. Like, yeah, it's definitely a thing, because, like I said, like, even like I grew up with both of my parents. You know what I'm saying? And I've had issues with my father, my mother. you know, that I had to sit down and talk to them about this shit. You know what I'm
Heal.
saying? Heal
Together.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, like,
because there is no playbook on being a parent. I'm a parent. You're a parent.
Not at all.
Like, we're gonna hurt feelings and we're gonna fuck up and we're gonna do things wrong.
Real shit. Because it's like, all right, say for instance, like, my mother, she's always been a good mother. My father's always been a good father, but I felt like they could do more shit, you know, because how I felt, you know, I sat down and had a conversation with my father, like, why is certain situations, like, I feel like you could have been more at sporting events. I feel like you could have supported me more and this and that type of shit. And I definitely did not hate my father, so I'm not gonna say I hate it, but it was like I felt a certain type of way because it's like, you're doing this for this person and you're not doing this for me. But I sat down and had a conversation with my father, and he told me, he was like, look, I'm being the best father I know how to be. I didn't have no father. And that spoke so much volume to me because, like, my grandfather died when he was a child, you know.
Yeah.
So how he gonna know how to be a father when there's nobody to teach him how to be a father?
That's right.
And you know, so my father, he's been a great father, you know what I'm saying, and he's taught me some shit that I need to be doing in my life for his fatherhood. And I still feel like it's some shit that I can do better. So I sit down and ask my kids, how can I be a better father to you?
So you actually factor in your child's feelings.
Yeah.
It's not do as I say, not as I do type of mindset.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that just goes back to my parents hate this shit. Like, I cuss. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I tell my oldest two daughters they can cuss. They really don't do it, but I don't give a fuck. You know, it's words. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want them. If they decide to smoke or drink, you know, do it at the age that you supposed to do it. That's your life. You know what I'm saying? So how can you really tell a child not to do some shit that you
done?
You know what I'm saying?
I think parents forget that they actually did all this shit that they try to shield and protect their children from. You can't shelter your kids from the world. Like, somebody told me, if this is your DNA, this is from you. If this is you, think about what you would do.
Yeah.
And that's your answer.
And that age and time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my oldest daughter, I feel like she got attitude problems. That motherfucker crazy.
Oh,
you know
man.
What I'm saying? I love her to death, but
I know what that means. Get the strap.
Get the strap.
She gonna hurt some feelings.
Right.
She gonna hurt some feelings. Gonna be at your door.
Right, come on. And then at the same time, I teach my daughters, like, you know, like, for instance, like, I moved my daughters and my whole family from Mississippi to Houston. So if you gonna come to my kids, you gotta come correct. You can't just be like, hey, baby, I'm gonna fly you out. Motherfucker, my kids already know about this shit. My kids know about money. They see stacks of money. They with all this shit. So you can't impress my kids with no money, no trips. You gotta be a real genuine ass person. You know what I'm saying? That's how I raise my kids. Respect people, love people. Money is there, trips is there, material shit is there. You know what I'm saying? But it's really, how do a person treat you? You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a real question. This might make us both take a shot here.
For sure. I'm ready.
All right.
I'm already drinking.
You got daughters. Are you raising these young women to be independent women or wives?
Both.
Tell me more.
The reason I say that is because, all right, so I want my daughters to be able to depend on themselves and not to depend on a nigga, because I tell my daughters, you can't look at it like me. Like, my wife is a stay-at-home mother. She's a great mother, you know, and she will work if she have to work. You know what I'm saying? But I want my daughters to understand that same aspect. Like, if you need to bring 50-50 to the table, then you do that for a nigga that you love. You know what I'm saying? But if and on the independent side, don't let a nigga take you for granted. You don't need a nigga. Yeah? Well, yeah.
Andrew Tate might disagree. I don't know if I disagree.
This is the reason I say that. Because when you get to where you need some shit, that means you really can't go without it. That means you will really do any type of shit because you need it. If we think about it, if you're drowning, you need air.
You're gonna do whatever it takes.
You're gonna do whatever it takes. And I don't want my daughters to do that. The Bible say, a man who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. So I want my wife to be, not my wife, my kids to be presentable. to already be taking care of themselves, to be a good candidate for a good man who's looking for a wife, and not somebody just out here brokey. You know what I'm saying? So
you don't fuck with the Lotto City girl energy.
Oh man, I love that shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I don't want my I love that shit. But I don't want my kids to be no broke motherfucker. I want them to live who they supposed to be, who their daddy's really raising them to be. You know what I'm saying? Because if you a certain type of way and you can't provide for yourself, I feel like you might almost have to settle for any type of nigga that'll treat you right. You know what I'm saying? But if you're able to provide for yourself, you know what I'm saying, can't nobody step to you wrong. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Dead or alive, any artist you're bringing back or you're pulling up to work with to drop a track, who are you choosing?
King Von right now because I'm on some killer shit. That's all I've been.
Wow. I was not prepared. I do fuck with King Von. How you feel about? Let me ask you a question. You be in a lot of places, you travel. How do you feel about the impact of the whole King Von everything years later? And how do you feel about someone of his stature now that he is confirmed to be a serial killer by the FBI standards? Mm-hmm. How do you feel about him breaking through that glass ceiling and impacting culture in a way beyond his music? Because now he'll be remembered forever.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like, you know, in his time, he's a kid. You know, like
he was very young.
He's still growing, so he still got to learn from shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if he was still here, as time go on, he will be learning, and then at the same time, he gonna be turning people into a different direction because that's what he done. That's in his past. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying, you know, like he's not wrong for what he did. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, a person has to be able to grow.
Make mistakes.
He
did spend a lot of time inside them early teen years, those years where you make a lot of mistakes, where you develop as a person, where you develop as a man. So I'm not giving any excuses, but I do think he was still very young.
Yeah, he was.
From a mentality standpoint.
And people might think, you know, mistakes is, you know, he's killing motherfuckers. That's a different type of mistake. But look at the environment he's in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you growing up and this motherfucker's killing every day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
boys is getting whacked left and right on the corner,
right, so
getting food at McDonald's.
So you only adapting to where the fuck you at.
You are what your environment dictates. I agree with that. All right. What is the most important thing you've learned, not only in business, but in the music business that you would carry with you forever?
Quit trusting motherfucking people.
Trust is big, or breaking of trust is big to you?
Yeah, for sure. Like, for the certain instances, like you really can't expect you from other people. Like, I'm a genuine person. If somebody pay me to do some shit, I'm gonna do that shit when I'm supposed to do it, when I say I'm gonna do it. And everybody's not like that.
Everybody ain't cut like that. Well, I just go back to what you said earlier: upbringing, mentality, ideologies,
all that shit. And I try not to overthink because people could really have other shit going on. But in this business, like, I feel like communication should be more of a thing. Because if you got some problems going on, let me know. If I got something going on, I'm gonna let you know. You know, I don't want you thinking I'm doing bad business or no shit like that. I just be transparent. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta tell me your whole full details, but let me know. You know what I'm saying?
What advice would you give to new artists on top of that business that you've learned? Like, I know you're still new in your journey, but you've been in rooms, you've seen things, you've talked to people. So, you know, you meet somebody, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life. What advice would you give that person?
Learn the business, pray and ask God to put the people around you that really need to be around you. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some people who really not for you that you think that's for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And only God can shed that shit away. You know what I'm saying? Things in different times, stuff happen. You know, and the right people who are around you are gonna help you elevate. You know, it's nothing wrong with share a post. That shit free. Like some shit, love some shit. That shit free. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my nigga Vic. Like, I feel like my homie, I call him Vic Derone. He from San Antonio, but his name Vic. You know what I'm saying? He shed light on a lot of shit that I do. Shout out to Mike too. I've actually had him in a video shoot, and he showed me a whole different aspect of a human being. Like, he really put me in the forefront. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Mike Burgess, like, we had a video shoot. He carrying my clothes. He carrying my cameras. He getting behind the scenes shit. He making sure I'm not falling, getting no mud, all this different type of shit. Them the type of people you need to have around you. People who care about what the fuck you doing, but at the same time, you need to care about what they got going too.
Yeah. Humanity over the job.
Yeah,
humanity over the bag or the women. 5 to 10 years. Where do you see not only yourself, your brand, and your music?
In 5 years, I see a record label. I give myself three to maybe 2 to 3 years.
You don't think the music business is dying? Some people say it's dying. I don't think it'll ever die. I think like everything else, it changes.
Music is an art. You got to understand, like, when do people not listen to music?
Never. They always
It's
listen
everywhere. It's all around us. You know what I'm saying? So 5 to 10 years, I hope and pray, you know, I have a record label of my own. I pray, you know, I kind of step to the side with that shit a little bit and doing realtor properties and different shit like that.
Real estate.
All that shit, you know, and put my family in position to be where I need them to be.
Hey, you just answered my next question. I was gonna say, what did you want to do outside of music? But you said
It's more. You know, what I really want to do outside of music is like support my kids, and that's why I'm trying to take this more serious, because before my kids come, like, Daddy, this is what I want to do. You know, like, we all grow up and be like, I want to be a police. Like, niggas, we don't grow up and really do that shit. Or, I want to be a dentist. I want to be a doctor.
Do you feel like you should support everything your kids want to do positively?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
For the simple fact, you never know what's going to make them. You know what I'm saying? It could be some shit that's off the wall. Like, if they want to draw, like, my kids draw on the wall, this shit make me angry, but I just go buy some shit and just let them draw. Or
go get some canvas, go get
all
some
type
real
of shit,
yeah.
bro. My oldest daughter, she was collecting pizza boxes and different types of trash and making. At first, I ain't understand that shit. I was like, "Why is you doing this shit? Throw this shit away. This trash." So she's like, "Daddy, I'm making something." So I was like, "You know what? Make some shit." And she brought that shit back to me. I'm like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? So
fucked him up.
Fuck me up, bro.
Art is definitely that's the theme. That's definitely gonna be the name of this episode. Art is subjective to the beholder. And how everybody sees art is different. Everything is art. Chefs, culinary, music, streaming, what is it? Barber, lawn care.
Yeah, all of
everything is art.
It's
everything
art.
is art.
You can't put a price on nobody's shit.
That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
That's true. When you're making music, do you live in the studio? Do you step away from music entirely and go do something else? Like what's your thought process? And as a person, away from the business,
it's ups and downs. So I say, for instance, like, I have a path where I'm just all into it, all in tune. I'll be in my studio at the crib and just record. My girl be mad, but I record. And then sometimes it's like, man, I ain't got time for this shit. I gotta be in tune with my family, my wife, my kids, and it might be a month or two before I get back in tune with this shit. You know, I still got shit going on, but I have to. It's kind of a hard balance. I can't really say what everybody do, but I know what I do. Like, I try to make sure my wife and kids took care of before I do the music shit. Even though this is my lifestyle, I have to make sure the home is took care of before anything.
mm-hmm.
My
the
wife
kingdom,
yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But I can't let this shit go. I tried. You know, I was like, I'm done with this shit. Then I had a dude that I don't even know. Like, he just came up to me. He was like, bro, I feel like you supposed to be doing music. He don't know me from shit. He's like, I feel like you supposed to be doing music. So I was like, you know what? this God, let me get back in tune with this shit. So I'm finna take this shit serious. I'm finna ride this shit, and I'm finna go to the top of this shit. That's the only way I know how to do it.
I dig that. Let me ask you a hard-hitting question now.
Mm-hmm.
How do you handle somebody in your circle who's false flagged or brought you some level of betrayal? How do you handle that as a businessman? How do you handle that as a friend?
I try to keep it as kosher as I can. For the simple fact, like I said, I got shit to live for.
Yeah.
So I try not to take it there. And it's just dropping people. You know, God always let me know who's supposed to be around and not who's supposed to be around. You know, so I just try to be level-headed with this shit and not take it where it's supposed to go, because I ain't by myself no more. I got shit to live for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, if you find out this shit, like, motherfucker ain't rocking with you like they supposed to be rocking with you, just fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Handle this shit with great gratitude, because you still got shit to live for.
You a movie guy?
It depends on what kind of movie. Like, I was just talking to my partner the other night. Like, I like watching movies with black people, with niggas.
You're a Tubi guy.
Man, I fuck with Tubi, but I mean, it's a lot of movies out there that's got real niggas like Denzel. Will Smith, Samuel L.
Okay, so you black excellence type of guy. Like, if the All Stars is in there, you watch it.
I love that shit. But if it's some action, I need my white boys in here. I need them in that shit.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie all time? I'm gonna have to say Superfly.
Ooh, throwback. Talk about blaxploitation.
Yeah.
I kind of fuck with Wait, the modern or the old?
I like both of them.
You like both of them? Okay.
But I didn't know about the old one until I seen the new one.
Until you seen the new one?
Somebody was telling me, like, bro, you know, this is just a recreation of the old shit.
Yeah.
You know,
that is an amazing soundtrack. I think Future did a really good job. Like, that's probably one of the most slept on Future projects that people don't even bring up when they be like Future, but like that Superfly soundtrack is pretty good.
Future go crazy.
You a Future guy?
What? That's
Pluto?
Like, Pluto, nigga. Like, I'm team Pluto always, bro. You know, I'm back in college. I'm listening to the him and I can't think. I think it's him and Rihanna. The love,
oh man,
love and affection, boy. That
boy love him some R&B.
I love that shit. You know,
that boy love him some R&B.
I love that shit. But Future, he a different type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what you mean? That's one of your hero moments. Like,
yeah,
I got the call. Bro. Let's make a track.
Bro, come on now. And I ain't even bring him up. You know what I'm saying? He had a whole big impact of, you know, my music career, all that type of shit. You know, like I had into some music in the music review. It was like, oh man, this baby Future, this nigga from Memphis, and I'm like, Future is not my daddy. But Future, he got a big impact on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
When T-Pain came out with the auto-tune and Future started using that shit too, it was a whole different element. You know what I'm saying?
That show real artistry.
For sure.
Those are people that like Kobe to Jordan for you.
Kobe to Jordan, and I mean Drake too.
Drake? You a Drake guy? Heavy Drake guy?
I don't listen to him like I used to, cause I
Drake. See,
Drake.
I knew everybody loved Drake.
I knew
Drake.
everybody loved Drake.
I like Drake. Impossible.
For sure. On the R&B tip, like.
No, you like that. Oh, okay. You like Take Care Drake.
But come on now. I like that. I better find your love. I better find your heart.
Damn. I mean, that's that smooth Drake. I fuck with it.
I love that shit. But you know, you got the Kendrick and Drake shit. Like I'm still definitely team Drake. You know what I'm saying?
I banned Kendrick from all Impulse studios. You feel me? Like, we banned him. We said, fuck out of here. Like, nah. Like, I don't want to hear no Kendrick ever again.
For real?
Ever.
Bruh, the last track he put out is everywhere. So you don't really got no fucking choice.
Yeah, I do hear it, but if I had the personal choice, we just gonna listen to nothing.
I feel it. You know what I'm saying? And I try, you know, I love Drake to death, but I try so hard not to like that Kendrick track, the last one he put out.
Not Like Us?
Not Like Us.
You fuck with that?
You can't help not to.
I really don't fuck with the beat. I really don't fuck with it.
You can't help not to. You don't have a choice.
Why don't I have a choice? I feel like you always got a choice. You always got a choice, B.
You do, but that shit is just out there. Like, and then it's a good ass track, and then for them to put that long ass track on the radio.
And he about to possibly win a Grammy off of this.
Ain't no possibility. That nigga gonna win this shit.
You think he gonna win the Grammy?
Yeah.
For calling somebody else a pedo?
I don't like that shit, but
you about to win a Grammy, possibly performing. Are you performing not like us at the Super Bowl?
He ain't got a choice.
So you about to perform the biggest song? This is only validating that niggas need Drake, though. Like, you got to name drop Drake to even break through the ceiling. If your biggest moment is mentioning another man, is that really your moment?
At that time, I guess so.
That's wild.
But you got to think about this. Kendrick had big moments without Drake.
He did. I can't take those away for sure. I just don't rock with it with like his frequency and the messaging he put out. A couple of songs is cool, a couple of them, but like that just really ain't my guy when it comes to like I want to turn on some music.
Yeah, but it's like when he put out the last album. One of my favorite songs from his last album. I can't really think of the name of it, but it was Kendrick and Kodak. That shit was fire.
Yeah, I kind of fuck with that, but I fuck with Kodak. Kodak.
Yeah, for shit show.
Yeah,
Kodak
one of my
nigga,
guys.
you know what I'm saying?
Kodak is one of the heavyweights. Okay, so how has your career impacted your relationships positively or negatively? Like your personal, mom, dad, possibly managers, people you got to make content with. How has what you do impacted how people treat you?
It's like, all right, so I have people back home, they hit me up and they want to do shit, but like I told you, I be charging for shit now. Or they were like, bro, you need to come home and do a show. And I don't even want to go home for Thanksgiving. So, you know what I'm saying?
He said, I'm not even going home for Turkey Day. I'm not going home for Christmas.
Like I told you, my mama, she's in church. She support my stuff, but she can't support it like I feel like she wants to because she has a platform on her own social media, and then, but she does support me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My mother-in-law supports me. My dad, he supports me. They might not understand it, but they see what I'm trying to do, and they know what I'm doing for my family. You know what I'm saying? I moved my whole family. I had 3 kids at the time and a wife. We moved from Mississippi all the way to Houston, Texas. Had another baby. They see what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They might, I can't say they understand it because they might not, but they know that I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to do to, take care of my family.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
What does support look like to you?
Support. My number one fan is Kay Shanae. That's my wife. She tell me every day, why you not putting out music? Why you not doing this? She put all her whole lifestyle on the back burner for me to be doing what I'm doing, and I really appreciate that. That's my number one fan.
That's fire.
That's fire. Real shit.
That's fire.
My mother, but she does it from an aspect of that's not gonna really hinder, her lifestyle. My father, like my daddy, he a country ass nigga. He hunting, he fishing. That's the shit he putting his time into. But he see his son want to make a dream out of shit that he at his house. I'm creating studios in his crib at a young age, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? But he's trying to understand it. He's still putting his foot forward to try to support me. So the support system is good. You know what I'm saying? I can't fault none of my parents, because they in their ways, they're old school. You know what I'm saying? I got a few friends, but the support really comes from people that I don't really fucking know.
Strangers.
Yeah. Always.
What's the craziest level of support that you've ever got?
Man, they crazy, bro. I almost felt like a celebrity from one person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Tell me more.
Just from the simple fact, like, bro, your shit hard. You need to keep pushing, keep doing this shit. Like I think his name is Duo. You know, I created a new page, so Duo, if you see this shit, hit me back, follow me back. You know, he was like, bruh, it's just an honor to do a song with you. Like I did a feature with him for free, and he was all about that shit. He would support my shit. He would post my shit. That's a white dude, and no matter what I did, he would support that shit. He would push that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple homies back home, you know what I'm saying, who always make sure they put my shit in the forefront. You know, like I got a brother back home named Anthony Cox. He go by Inkman Ant. He do tattoos and shit. He always makes sure he support me. I don't, whether if he might like this shit or not, he gonna post this shit. He gonna make sure that shit right on his page. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So the support don't really come a lot from the in-house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it come from motherfuckers you don't know, motherfuckers you would not expect to do this shit, and that's what really keep me going. You know what I'm saying? Just for motherfuckers on TikTok, Instagram, bro, this shit fire, you bro, let's collab. You know, they let me know my shit got value for another motherfucker to want to do some shit with me.
Yeah. What's the plan for your collabs in the upcoming year with your current single? You know, are you going to remix it, repurpose it maybe into some TikTok dances? What's your thought process?
I already got a dancer who done some shit with me. I'm waiting on him to post his shit. Lil Do-Rag, I'm pretty sure y'all know this nigga. He did the Key Glock bag got the bag shit. So I met a few people who I've been willing to work with and different shit like that. But future wise, I mean, I don't even really like features.
You're not a feature guy?
I don't really fuck with it. But I mean, if I reach out to a motherfucker and he be like, you know, he or she be like, hey, I'll charge this, I'm gonna pay because I reached out to you. You know what I'm saying? But if you reach out to me and want to collab, don't expect me to have some shit in my catalog to give to you. You give me your shit.
You ain't got that Drake track ready?
Bro, come on, bro. Any track could be a Drake track. I don't give a fuck what. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I just come with like, bro, if you want some shit from me, bro, expect the feature price because I can't do shit for free. This is shit I do for a living. This shit take time away from my wife, my kids. And if I contact you on some shit, whoever it may be, and you telling me it's a price, I'm gonna pay that shit willingly. That day, I don't give a fuck, cause I reached out to you.
Yeah.
So reciprocate that same energy. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit ain't free. If I'm paying for it, somebody gotta pay me for some shit they want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. What's the ultimate stage for you? The ultimate venue of you living out your dream, your single, your fandom, your family. What is your, I'm a wrestling guy. What is your WrestleMania moment? What is your Super Bowl moment?
Man, I really feel like since I stay in Houston now, I want to perform at NRG.
NRG is the stage?
Yeah.
That's the
you
stage?
Know, I really need Bun B to hit me up and to perform my country song. You know, shake that ass. Just because, you know, we all know from January to like the end of March, Texas is a whole country state.
Facts.
You know, so NRG is like, there will be a whole lot to me. Like, I really want to do that shit. Like, I put the song out last year, like, kind of towards the end of the rodeo and shit in Houston. And I told myself, you going to do this song on that platform, you know, but it didn't happen. But this is the year 2025. That shit got to happen. Bun B, reach out to me. I need you to hear this shit.
Y'all heard it first, Bun. Reach out to my man.
Reach out to me. I need this shit.
H-Town. Closing question. I got to ask you. Who is your dream producer? One has to go. Kanye, Dr. Dre, Pharrell, Metro Boomin. Who is your dream producer as a guy who's soulful in R&B, who has background in some level of country music and storytelling?
One has to go?
One has to go. Close-in dream producer.
So you said Pharrell, Dre, Kanye, and Metro.
And Metro.
One has to go.
One has to go. Respectively, all are like cold in their own rights.
Cold as fuck. But if I'm going to go with the R&B And shout out to this nigga who I'm about to dismiss, but I gotta let Metro go.
He's kicking Metro out, y'all.
And Metro cold as fuck. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I gotta let him go.
Yeah, I dig it. Any closing remarks? Anything you want to say? Appreciate you pulling up to the platform, bro.
I appreciate you, bro.
Real shit.
You know it's all love.
This was a long time in the making. We always say we was gonna put it together. You know, I just pressed the button, attempting to do something different for the audience, for your audience, my audience. Give them something besides, you know, gameplay and political rants and angry rants. Be looking for more artists, y'all. I got a lot more artists that's gonna be.
He got it going on. This the nigga,
this
bro.
guy,
like, Impulse. This the nigga.
No, bro.
I believe in this nigga. This nigga gonna make this shit. You feel me? I tell this nigga this shit all the time, bro. Whether he believe this shit or not, he gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
I just be doing me, bro. I just keep hitting upload, bro.
And that's all you gotta keep doing, bro.
I keep hitting upload. I keep attracting more haters. I don't know.
The haters is what make it.
Anything you want to plug before we close out?
No, I just want to give a shout out to God and you, my wife and kids for allowing me to just take time out of my day to come do shit like this. You know what I'm saying? And my parents for raising me the right way. And I want to shout out the fuck niggas who gonna eat the bottom of my shoe because I'm gonna keep this shit going regardless.
Out the gate. 100.
For shit.
Dominating Impulse. Y'all heard it here first. We out.